Hello? I'm good. Can you hear me? Welcome in, Alphonse. How are you doing? So I put up an all signs shorts for all the zodiac signs with messages today. We're going to do that again, but we're going to go a little deeper. Keith, welcome in. Y'all check out my shorts that I put out today for all signs. I had a little bit of issues trying to get it out there with the lighting and everything in here, but I figured it out. I may do one card answers for the people in here too this evening. Clear old energy, bring in new energy. It's windy as heck outside. And my cat's mad at me because I wouldn't let him go out today. Outside. I've been letting him go outside. He seems to be sticking around the house, so just kind of scary for me here because cats disappear here. Clear old energy, bring in new energy. Clear old energy, bring in new energy. Yes and yes. Been a busy day. Y'all, don't forget to show some love. Hit the like button when you come in. All right. What message do you have for Aries? What message do you have for Aries? Just one. Take the one that fell. Stop trying to carry the world on your shoulders. Okay. Clarify that with 3 cards. Clarify that card. For Aries with 3 cards, please. Go a little deeper. Thank you. 2 more. That's 3. 2. I already have 1. 2 more. Thank you. 1 more. 1 more. That's 2. I need 1. My cards are like, you keep changing everything up on me. Thank you. Okay. So, let me check and see. This one is supposed to be in the reverse. Come on. Is this supposed to be in the reverse? No. Okay. All right. That's that one. Give me one out of this one. Clear old energy, bring in new energy. What do you want to tell Aries? One message for Aries. One message for Aries. One message. One message. Okay, one. One. Okay. It says deep. Look deeply within and discover your soul purpose in relationships. So, 3 cards to clarify that. Make sure I get them right. Okay. 3 cards to clarify deep. Thank you. 2 more. Thank you. 1 more. No. One more. Clarify deep. 1 more card. 1 more card. Duckin, hi, welcome in. 1 more. Clarify deep. Thank you. Oh, okay, we checking him. Is this supposed to be in the reverse? Nope. Okay. All right. So for stop trying to carry the world on your shoulders, the clarification for that is the Star card, the Queen of Swords, and the Two of Cups. So what I'm pulling from that is you've been carrying a lot of things on your shoulders, and you are now healing with the Star card. You are now healing from that. You are aligning with your wish fulfillment. They've heard your wish, and now you yourself are aligning with that. And you are the Queen of Swords, cutting anything out that doesn't serve you. You're going to allow the offer in, but if it feels funny to you or your bullshit meter goes off, you're going to cut it out. You're not even going to think twice. You're just going to cut it out because you've been through hell and back, and you're not going to continue to do that. And you have a Two of Cups. So you are aligning with a brand new soul contract that is coming in. Something God Source Divine is bringing into you. Okay, and with deep, I'm good. How are you, Duckin? You have to go to bed? Okay. With deep, look deeply within and discover your soul purpose in relationships. So something's coming in fast. It's going to be a message that's coming in fast. And, or this could be an epiphany that's coming in fast for you, but it could be a messenger bringing a message too, but it may cause you to cut out something, just like this card may cause you to cut out something that no longer serves you, because you're going deeper. Like, you're reviewing, reevaluating, recalculating, and really looking back at things that have stumped you before. Now, this is going to be something to do with a collaboration, getting together, working together, maybe doing something together as a team, getting back in your creativity, and lighting that spark back up. You've been too serious though, so they're saying to have a little bit of fun. Don't make things so serious, but you need to be very careful, because this is going to be binding. This contract, whatever it is that's coming in, is going to be binding. So you need to make sure, whether or not it's for you, make sure it's not carrying devil energies, and that this devil is just because you're going to go after it. You're going to be determined. You're not going to let anything stop you. So just really evaluate this and make sure that this is what you want. And they're telling you to make sure, you go within. What are your relationships telling you about yourself? What are these contracts telling you about yourself and your own triggers? And, like, how are these relationships evolving you? Like, we're not pointing the fingers at anybody, because they are there to trigger us so that we work on and heal the insecurities within us, like the negative self-talk, the trust issues, the competition or validation or anything like that. So go deep before you make this decision and decide how this might be affecting you, or how this is going to work with you. Okay. Taurus. What messages do you have for Taurus? Clear out energy, bring in new energy, please. One card for Taurus. Thank you. All right, Taurus, you have the power to create the life you love. Remember that. Okay, can we clarify this? Clear old energy, bring in new energy. Clarify this message for us. 3 cards. So, is this supposed to be in reverse? No. Okay. So you have the power to create the life you love. Remember that. You have the world, endings and closings of a cycle, plus being, protected. the Empress, standing in your power and knowing your power, and the Two of Wands, holding the whole world in your hands. There's 2 world cards. You have the whole world in your hands. You're the creator of your own world. You need to go on this journey and create the life that you love, because it's only in your hands. It's in no one else's hands. It's up to you, no one else. So know your worth, stand in your power, be loving, kind, nurturing, caring, be fiery and passionate, and co-create with universe. You know, she can create anything that she wants. She's full of ideas. She has tons of ideas inside of her. So she's birthing these ideas. They're telling you the old cycles are closed. You're on a new cycle. You have a new chalkboard. You or a new canvas. You're painting your own world. So how are you going to paint it? What's it going to look like? Think about that. What would you want it to look like? You're manifesting, you're thinking about it, and you're reminiscing about the future, and you're feeling it as if you already have it. What would that world look like for you? Clear out energy, bring in new energy. What message do you have for Taurus? One message for Taurus. One message for Taurus. Thank you. You have confusion. All seekers of truth will experience confusion. Ask the universe to provide the answers you need. Land souls, hey, welcome in. Clarify that card for Taurus. Clarify confusion for Taurus. 3 cards. Thank you. One more. One more. Thank you. Okay, so all seekers of truth will experience confusion. Ask the universe to provide the answers you need. Okay, so you're confused. You're holding back. You know, you're holding your worth, but you're also holding back. And the reason you may be holding back is because you may have 2 offers. One stable and grounding, but very slow to build. You know, takes their time. It takes a while for this one to build, but it has potential to grow into something big and prosperous. Very stable, very reliable, very dependable. And then you have this emotional offer coming in, you know, that might open up your emotions, open up your heart, and, you know, bring the love back, which you've been working on, which you've been healing in yourself. It may help open you up more to your emotions. So you're going to be kind of confused, and you're going to be holding back. You're going to be looking at the situation. You're going to be side-eyeing it because you're not going to be sure on what to pick. So rather than overthinking everything, they're telling you to tap into your intuition, listen to yourself, listen to universe, ask for guidance, and go with what feels right to you. Not what looks good on paper, but what feels right to you inside. And also you need to determine, do you want to build your stability here, or are you looking to open your emotions? Now, just because you pick the stable offer doesn't mean there isn't going to be emotions that come with that. And just because you pick emotions doesn't mean that it can't be stable. But you're going to have to look at things and really assess things and really go deep and listen to yourself and ask for guidance. Gemini. Clear old energy, bring in new energy. Gemini. What message do you have for Gemini? Guys, don't forget to show some love and hit the like button. One message for Gemini. Thank you. Okay, Gemini. You have the same card as one of the other zodiac signs. So you have the power to create the life you love. Remember that. So we just got this card. So you might want to check out Taurus's reading. I believe it was just Taurus. And I shuffled, guys. You saw that. Clarify this for Gemini. Clarify this. Clear old energy and clarify this for Gemini. Three cards. That is way too many. Clarify this. Three cards. Clarify you have the power for Gemini. Boy, they got a sense of humor tonight. I don't think so. Okay, the world didn't want to go back. I believe Taurus had that too, so. Okay. If it's meant to come out, it will. Three cards. Clarify you have the power for Gemini. Thank you. That's just one, right? Yeah. Two more. Two more. Okay. Okay. All right. So, Gemini, you have the power to create the life you love. Remember that. So, there's the King of Wands standing in their fire, the power. They're determined, going after what it is they want, not letting anything hold them back. You know, very fiery and creative. Then you have the Wheel of Fortune. So getting your foot out of the wheel, allowing things to happen naturally, just going for it and seeing what happens and allowing it to, you know, be created around you. Standing in the center of the wheel and just, you know, keep on working and see what comes of it. And then you have the High Priestess. So very intuitive, very tapped in, very spiritual, very balanced. You know, you got your light and your dark balance. You carry the secrets and hold the knowledge from the Akashic records. You know what it is you need to know in order to create this kind of world for yourself. But you have to go after it and be determined, like a king. Be determined. Don't let anything stop you. Okay? Clear old energy, bring in new energy. What message you got for Gemini? What message do you have for Gemini? One message for Gemini. Excuse me. Thank you. All right, synchronicity. Divine soul matches have amazing moments of synchronicity. So let's clarify synchronicity for Gemini. 3 cards. Clarify synchronicity for Gemini. Okay. One. Only one. Okay. Is that supposed to be in the reverse? Oh, don't tangle up on me. Is that supposed to be in the reverse? No? Okay. All right. So divine soul matches have amazing moments of synchronicity. So you're matching up with somebody. And you know, you have your traumas and your triggers that is triggering each other. Now you have knowing your worth, standing up for what it is you believe in, holding something back for yourself, not allowing all of it to be taken or used by somebody else, helping other people, but helping those who help themselves, standing in your power, knowing you're self-made. Now, these relationships have helped you become this way. They've helped you grow and evolve and become self-made to reap the harvest of the seeds that you've planted in the past. You are now pouring into yourself. You're pouring all that love and nurturing and kindness into yourself that you've been pouring out to others. And because you are doing that and overfilling your cup first, so you have something to give to somebody else, divine source, God is bringing in a new emotional offer for you because you've now reached the vibration of being able to have something that matches you because you've poured into yourself. You love yourself. You nurture yourself. You care for yourself. So they're wanting to bring you somebody in or something in that is going to add to this love that you're already giving yourself. However, you're going to be very confused about it. You're going to be in your head. You're going to be overthinking. You're going to be repeating the same patterns. You need to see these patterns so that you can change them. Take your hands off your face. What is it you don't want to see? Now, there's something deeper here, something in you that is causing you to be very held back and, reminiscing about the past and having nightmares about this, maybe a little fearful about getting back out there. So take your sword out from here and cut out what no longer serves you and stand in your power. Don't let this overthinking and this anxiety overwhelm you and take control. You take control of it. What were these relationships showing you about you? That's what you need to look at intuitively. That's what you need to look at. And you can ask for guidance and help. Ask divine source, God, whatever the higher power is you speak to, your past on loved ones, to guide you and give you, give you some information on it. Clear old energy, bring in new energy. What message do you have for Cancer? What message do you have for Cancer? One message, please. Thank you. Cancer, you have live your life with both feet in. Commit fully to being here. So clarify this for Cancer. Live your life with both feet in. Clarify that for Cancer, please. 3 cards. Clarify that message for Cancer. Thank you. 2 more. Two more. Thank you. 1 more. No. There's that daggone world card again. 1 more. Thank you. Okay. All right. Cancer. You have the Knight of Pentacles, the Strength card, and the Queen of Pentacles. So this is a very strong connection that they're asking you to, allow yourself to actually commit to. Stop running from. You have to have both feet in, not just one in and one out. What is between you two? This is a power couple. This has potential to be a power couple. What is in between you two is strength. So you both are going to need to go within and tame the inner beast. You're going to need to tame the negative thoughts, the negative patterns, the negative self-talk. You need to look at your trust issues and abandonment issues and tame those fears. You have the power to tame this beast. Both of you do. But that's what's in between both of you. Like, you guys are feeling the pull together to come together. But both of you are going to need the strength. You're going to need strength to work on what you need to work on in yourselves, as well as this connection. And they're saying slow and steady wins the race. Now, just because you are committing, don't be back and forth. Don't be in and out. Decide to commit, but go slow. You don't need to go fast. You can go slow, build it up, see what potential it has to grow between you two and with you two. It's very stable. It does have potential to grow. It has a lot of potential to grow. But potential is just potential. It depends on what you do with it. Okay. Clear out energy, bring in new energy. Bring a message for Cancer. 1 message for Cancer. Thank you. You have recognition. The universe will help you recognize signs and miracles. Clarify this recognition card for Cancer. 3 cards. Clarify this recognition card for Cancer. Thank you. Okay. All right. Is this supposed to be in reverse? No. Is this supposed to be in reverse? No. All right. You have for recognition. The universe will help you recognize signs and miracles. You have the King of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and Temperance. So there are going to be signs and miracles around you. You're going to have to look them up. Could be repeating numbers, could be songs you're hearing, could be, animals, insects. Look up the spiritual meaning of those things when you see them. Spiritual meaning of the angel number, whatever. And then you're very logical. Like, you're very smart, you're very intelligent, you're very logical, kind of a little held back and kind of cold, calculating, not wanting to allow your heart involved in this, ready to cut out whatever it is that doesn't serve you. You could also be, a very powerful man, businessman, but very determined to go after what it is that you want. The thing is that you're feeling stuck right now. You're feeling like, you're stuck somewhere, you can't get out of it. You got yourself in a bind, but you need to know that swords are illusions, and it is also self-sabotage. So you can cut yourself out of these binds. You can back up to these swords, cut these bindings off of you, take this blindfold off, tap into your intuition, take one of these swords and cut out what no longer serves you. You're the one holding yourself back right here. Yeah, there might be things that Divine Universe has you on delay for, but in your mind, this is in your mind. In your mind, you feel trapped and stuck. Don't allow yourself to sabotage yourself, and don't allow yourself to feel trapped and stuck. Instead, take some of these ideas here and, maybe plan, plot, and strategize for something in the future. Just because you might be feeling trapped right now and you can't move or do anything right now doesn't mean that you can't plan and plot for the future, for something, for a better outcome. Temperance is here. So they're telling you to have patience, to stand in your power. Don't allow anyone to take your power. Speak your truth. This has potential to grow. Tap into your third eye here and your intuition, and allow things to be revealed to you and shown to you when the time is right, in divine's timing. In the meantime, keep yourself grounded and balanced. You got 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on the land. So keep yourself grounded and balanced. You will know when it is time to move on this. But right now, they're saying the time right now is for planning, plotting, and strategizing your way forward. It's not time to move yet. You got to be patient with yourself and patient with divine. Clear old energy, bring in new energy. What do you want Leo to know? Give me a message for Leo. One message for Leo. You have to fall or slip. I've only used these cards a couple of times. And that's when I was at the flea market doing readings there. Message for Leo. Thank you. Leo, you have trust yourself always. Trust others once they've earned it. So, Leo, maybe you've been, just automatically trusting other people and not allowing them to earn that trust. Clarify this for Leo. Clear old energy. Bring in new energy. Clarify, trust yourself always. Clarify, trust yourself always. Three cards. Thank you. Two more. Two more. Thank you. Okay. One more. Thank you. Oh, wow. Okay. All right, Leo. For trust yourself always, trust others once they've earned it, you have two people coming in. You have a person that is in the King of Swords. This can be male or female, it doesn't matter. Take it how it resonates. That's very fiery, very passionate, very determined, goes after what they want. And you have a Queen of Pentacles coming in. So two different offers coming in at you. One you can build stability with. It doesn't mean they don't have that fire and that passion, because they've got the red. They're standing in their power. They know their worth. They know who they are. And then you've got the King of Wands, also very fiery, very passionate, standing in their power, knowing who they are. These may be business people, very possible they're business people. This one is looking at their worth, looking at the offer, not sure whether or not to offer it. And then you have a higher level of commitment, success, stability, reliability. So you're going to have to make a decision, possibly between two. And they're telling you to not just jump into something, to make sure that whoever you choose, earns that trust from you. You're not just going to allow, yourself to trust them. They could both be coming in saying they want a higher level of commitment, but, one might be faking it and one might really want it. So, and just because this is the Queen with stability and can grow anything and knows their worth, doesn't mean that they're going to be in the mindset to grow what it is that you're wanting to grow, the success, the commitment. And this one is fiery, but that doesn't mean that just because they're passionate and fiery and adventurous and creative and determined doesn't mean that they can't grow something, long term with you. So you're going to have to make sure that you trust yourself first and you allow, these people to show you who they are. Because the ultimate goal is a higher level of commitment, possible marriage in the future. If that's not for you, then don't take it. Not everybody wants to get married. I can understand why in these day and ages, but clear old energy, bring in new energy. Yeah, message for Leo. One message for Leo. Duncan J, welcome in. You are entitled to your opinion. But if you came across the chosen one that's in the Bible, how would you know it? You know, Jesus was standing outside your door asking for a drink of water, and it looked like a stranger and a beggar in raggedy jeans. Would you still offer him the water, or would you pass it up? Some of us have gifts. Not all of us have the same gifts, but we all have gifts. We've all been given gifts. And Jesus was a medium, so think about that. Anyway, Leo. One message for Leo. One message for Leo. Plus, I believe the Bible said something about judge not, lest ye be judged. I do believe it does. One message for Leo. One message for Leo. Thank you. Illusion. Avoid the trap of mistaking fantasy for real soul connection. So this is why they're telling you to trust yourself. Because you don't want to, you don't want somebody to give you an illusion of commitment and it not be what it is that they say that they want. Give me 3 clarifying cards for Leo for illusion. Leo, 3 clarifying cards for illusion. Thank you. Okay, so another one flipped. 2 more for illusion for Leo. 2 more for illusion for Leo. One more. Okay. So Leo, you have the 7 of Swords, the Chariot, and the King of Swords. So the 7 of Swords, liar, cheater, thief, manipulator, stealing from this place and maybe running from this place, but leaving evidence behind. This is also telling you to plan, plot, and strategize your way forward. Take the weapons from your enemies and plan, plot, and strategize your way forward. But make sure that you don't get too cocky, because see, he's a little cocky. He's a little bit cocky here. You may end up choosing the wrong thing if you're not careful of the illusions. He's coming from a circus. That's where a lot of illusions are, in a circus. And they do a lot of things that put people in awe. There's a Chariot, moving away from, there's 2 cards of moving away from something that was in the past, or something that, used to make you happy, but no longer does. Planning and strategizing your way out of this, moving forward, leaving something behind, maybe going a distance, maybe traveling. Well, they're telling you to make sure that, it makes sense to you, but also make sure you are tapping into your heart, tapping into your center of power, because that's where your intuition comes from. That's where you get the truth. That's where you get the clarity from. And that's where you know what to cut out and what not to cut out. Okay. Duncan, if you're still here, I apologize if you've gone to a reader and a reader has taken advantage of you. But I can guarantee you that I'm not that type of reader. I do a lot of stuff on here for free. And even when I need something, I don't ask for it. So you got me wrong. I obey. I do what I'm told to do. Because at the end of the day, when I'm kneeling at God's feet, I don't want to be explaining to him why I'm not doing what I was told to do because of somebody else's judgment. Because they're not going to be the ones getting in trouble. I am. So, like I said, I appreciate your opinion, but you got the wrong one. Clear out energy, bring in new energy. What do you want to tell Virgo? Give me a message for Virgo. One message, please. Thank you. Life can be hard, life can be wonderful, and life can be wonderful. Which would you focus on? So it's up to you. Are you going to choose to get out of bed and decide that you're going to have a good day, or are you going to let life take you down and choose for you? Clear out energy, bring in new energy. Clarify this card for Virgo. Life can be hard, life can be wonderful, and life can be wonderful. Clarify this for Virgo. 3 cards, please. Okay, thank you. Okay, one more. One more for Virgo. You got a follow flip. One more. Nope, that's 2. 1. Thank you. Oh, nope. 2 fell in. They were both King and Queen of Cups, too. One more for Virgo. One more. Okay. All right. Is this supposed to be in the reverse? No. Okay. All right. So life can be hard. Life can be wonderful. Which one will you focus on? Because what you focus on is what you bring about. So judgment. Are you judging this situation right? Yes, it can be hard. A lot of obstacles, a lot of things can come our way. We can be taken down, a lot. But, you're going to choose to get back up and choose to focus on, well, maybe one day, God, divine source will show me why that had to happen. How are you going to judge this? Are you going to judge this as you've had a terrible day and your whole day's ruined because something happened? Or are you going to judge this as, well, I'm just going to hold space for why that happened and I'm going to choose to be happy today? 8 of Pentacles. There's something you're working on. something you're planning, plotting, strategizing, some kind of ideas you're trying to put together, something you want to build and grow and prosper. So pay attention to your mindset, because if you believe it can't happen, it's not going to happen. If you believe it will happen, it will happen, because everything is energy. You know, energy is what makes or breaks the situation. Energy is the reason you can't lie to God, divine source, or whoever it is you believe in, your creator. You can't lie to them because energy tells the truth. And you have the world. So, ending of an old cycle, beginning of a new cycle, having the whole world in your hands. But it's up to you how you create this world. How do you start this new cycle off? Do you start it off in negative energy, believing you can't do something, or do you start it off in positive energy? You are protected. Your ideas are protected, but it depends on what you're calling in. You're co creating your own world. Clear out energy, bring in new energy. What do you want to tell Virgo? One message for Virgo. One message for Virgo. One message for Virgo. Okay. Recognition. The universe will help you recognize signs and miracles. So, keep your mindset positive and trust the universe. The universe will help you make this happen, but you got to believe it can happen. You got to have a positive mindset and not wake up every day and decide your life is shitty. You got to wake up every day and decide that you've got a good life and it's going to get better. It has to get better. Clarify. Recognition for Virgo. Take out old energies, bring in new energies. Clarify recognition for Virgo. Three cards. Clarify recognition for Virgo. Thank you. Is this in the reverse? Is it supposed to be? No. Okay. So, recognition. You have the Empress, knowing who you are, standing in your power, knowing your worth, going after what you're passionate about, building something stable, co-creating with spirit, aligned with spirit, being able to grow whatever it is you touch. All that you touch turns to gold. Keeping in your emotions, staying compassionate, loving, and caring and generous while you are also doing this, but also not letting people take advantage of you. And keeping your mind, don't overthink, like staying in tune with God, with source, with divine, with your co-creator, trusting your feelings, trusting what you feel. You have the Queen of Pentacles. So there you are again, knowing their worth. You have three cards of knowing your worth, having recognition, being recognized for your worth, having the signs show you that you're being recognized for your worth. This could also be something to do with three different women too. You have the Empress. She's standing in all four of her queens or king, whatever, however you want to see it. It's male or female. Queen of Pentacles, very stable, able to grow things that she touches. And also a queen, or not a queen, a Nine of Pentacles, knowing their worth, but holding back their value and holding back something for themselves while also helping someone else. So this could be 3 different people, or this could be showing, 3 different parts of you inside you: self-made, self-determined, self-reliant, independent. You can be independent within a relationship, or just being single, period. Looking at an offer that you might want to offer somebody, or somebody else looking at one that they might want to offer you. But it's saying you are going to get the recognition. Signs and miracles will be shown to you. But it depends on your mindset. You're going to have to really pay attention to your mindset. Clear out energy, bring in new energy. What message do you have for Libra? What message do you have for Libra? One message, please. Just one. One message for Libra. Almost. Thank you. Check in with your body and release any tension you are carrying, Libra. So you're holding tension in on your body. You might want to sit and just imagine, close your eyes and imagine each part of your body slowly relaxing while you exhale. Inhale, and then while you're exhaling, imagine that tension leaving that part of your body. You're holding a lot of your traumas and a lot of the things that you've went through in your body. So clarify this for Libra. Check in with your body. Clarify it for Libra. Clear old energy, bring in new energy. Clarify. Thank you. Clarify, check in with your body for Libra. Clarify, check in with your body for Libra. Thank you. One more. Thank you. Okay. All right, Libra. So you have the Four of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Emperor. So check in with your body and release the tension you are carrying. There's something you're still carrying about the past. Something that you need to release and let go of. Here you are not, looking at things from the past, but you're not paying attention to an opportunity right in front of you either, because you're too busy reminiscing about how things went in the past, or how things need to go in the future. You're not staying present. You're either too far in the past or too far in the future, and you're not present and realizing there's an opportunity right in front of you. Divine is trying to hand you a brand new emotional offer, but you're not seeing it. You have the Knight of Cups. There's that offer, Someone coming in with an emotional offer, maybe an emotional message, bringing it into you, something that may make you emotional. something that's of pure heart, pure intentions. It's all in what you make of it. You know, pure intentions are nothing unless you do the work to make it happen. You know, get out of your head. Stop thinking about things, how things didn't work out before, and stand in your emperor, stand in your power, be fiery, determined, you know, not allowing anything to shake you, going after what it is that you want, being creative and intellectual. You know, you may be wanting to be a business owner too. That's very possible. But you've got to release some things. You're holding some energy and some tension from the past in your body still. You're still reminiscing about something, how something didn't work out, but you know, maybe you know, that wasn't something that was meant to work out. Maybe it was only supposed to be there for a short time, for, you know, for a reason, for a purpose, and maybe the future will tell you what that is. Clear out energy, bring in new energy. What do you want to tell Libra? What do you want to tell Libra? What do you want to tell Libra? One message for Libra. Thank you. 1111, on the right path. 11 and 11 is an important number for twin flames, symbolizing harmony and balance in soulmates. So you need to release something because you have a soulmate coming in, 1111, walking through the doors on the right path at the right time, having people jealous and envious of you, but that's because you are on the right path. You are following your intuition, or they're telling you to. Scary, spooky, freaky. I'm going to do one card readings for my peeps on here after I'm done with the zodiac signs. Now, why did I pick those back up? Home cards. Clarify 1111 for Libra. Clarify 1111 for Libra. If you do $20 to my Cash App or my PayPal, that goes before zodiac sign. So if you want one and you want to pay for it, that takes precedence. Or you just want to wait until after zodiac signs are done and then get your specific message, one card. It's up to you. Clarify 1111 for Libra. 3 cards. Clarify 1111 for Libra. Thank you. 1111. Also, ones are new beginnings, guys. So that's a new beginning to the 4th power. 2 more cards to clarify 1111 for Libra. Thank you. 1 more. 1 more to clarify 1111 for Libra. Thank you. Okay, Libra. So, not only do you have the 1111 ones, but you have 1 wand, a new beginning, a brand new beginning. You know, very passionate, fiery, brand new beginning. So there's another one, but you know, that's 5 altogether. So that's changed. Something is going to change. You are going to have a new fiery, passionate beginning that has the potential to grow. And then you have the High Priestess and the 10 of Pentacles. So something you're very passionate about, something fiery about. You're tapping into your intuition. You know, not even the sky is the limit. There is no ceiling on this. Very intuitive, very tapped in, very balanced with each other, holding the secrets, holding the Akashic records, knowing that you have the potential if you go on this brand new passionate journey and spark back up your creativity and your fire. You have the potential to grow something very, very big. It may have something to do with community, or it could have something to do with the stability of your own home. Conversating with people, getting out there and conversating with people. You've gained a lot of wisdom and a lot of knowledge. They're telling you to tap into your inner child, into your fire, into your play, enjoy life. When you enjoy things and you're happy and you come from a place of joy, things can be created a lot quicker than if you're serious all the time. This can be very dependable, very reliable, the fruits of your labor. But you got to go out, you got to listen to your intuition, and you're on the right path. You have spirit backing you. Scorpio. Scorpio. Clear old energy, bring in new energy. What do you want to tell Scorpio? Give me a message for Scorpio. Okay. Scorpio, stop caring about what they think. This is your life to love and live. So you may be caring too much what others think, and they're telling you this isn't their life. Why would you care about what they think? This is your life. This is your experience. You are the one that needs to go after this. This is being handed to you, not anyone else. It's being handed to you. You may have naysayers, people envious or jealous, people trying to tell you how you should live your life. Clear old energy, bring in new energy, please. What do you want to tell Scorpio about this message? About stop caring about what they think. Clarify. Message, stop caring about what they think. Three cards, please. Clarify. Have to fall or flip. Clear. Thank you. Okay. Two more. Two more. Thank you. One more. One more. It's too many. One more. Okay. All right. So, Scorpio, you have juggling, the Two of Pentacles. You have the Four of Pentacles, holding back. And you have the Nine of Pentacles, wish fulfillment. So you may be juggling a decision because other people are telling you that maybe you shouldn't do it, you shouldn't go for it. So you have a lot on your plate too, but you're handling it all. You're standing in your power, you're handling it all. Can't keep up at this pace though, because it's going to burn you out. but juggling something, because you're allowing other people to get in your head and other people to, try to convince you of what you should or shouldn't do on your own path, on your own journey. God divine source is telling you to stop juggling these seeds and plant them already. Plant them because they have the potential to grow into something that you can harvest later. This may be ideas or something, or offer or something that you're wanting to give. You need to plant the seeds and stop juggling it. Stop going back and forth on it. And make sure that you are tapped into how you feel and what you feel about something, not what other people feel about it. You have the Four of Pentacles, so holding back, not making a decision, looking at your worth, but also holding your energy back, being very, very, critical and eyeing a situation because you're not sure about it, kind of being the Grinch, you know, holding back things. Scrooge McDuck being Scrooge. You're holding back, you're not giving your time, you're not giving your energy, you're not giving anything right now because you're too busy juggling. But what are they trying to bring into you? They're trying to bring into you your wish fulfillment, what it is that you wish for. They're trying to fill all those cups for you, but this is where you know that you're whole and complete on your own. Nothing outside of you completes you, not a job, not a person, not a thing. You're already whole and complete. You're standing in your own power, standing up for what you believe in, not allowing anybody to sway you or to get you off track or to get you off your path. Not coming from a place of lack because you have plenty. And once you get to this point, then your 10 of Cups comes in. It comes in without you even realizing it's coming in. But you have to stand in your power and you have to take your life back and you have to choose what's best for your life, not what everybody else thinks is best for your life. Okay, so clear old energy, bring in new energy. What do you want to tell Scorpio? Give me a message for Scorpio. One message for Scorpio. Thank you. Surprise. You may be surprised. Like I said, once you get to this point, it comes in without you even realizing it. So what is this surprise? Can you clarify this surprise for Scorpio? Can you clarify this surprise for Scorpio? And guys, if this is vice versa, then take it vice versa. I'm just doing what I'm told. Can you clarify this surprise for Scorpio? 2 more cards, please. 2 more. 2 more about this surprise for Scorpio. 2 more to clarify it. Thank you. Okay. Is this supposed to be in the reverse? Okay. Is this supposed to be in the reverse? No. Okay. All right. So, surprise. You may be surprised. You have a 9 of Pentacles, the Hermit, and the 2 of Wands. So 9 of Pentacles, self-built, self-reliable, self-made, knows their worth, very independent. This could be the surprise. Someone that's very independent. Someone that holds back some for them, but also is kind, caring, and giving, and will help out, offers their help to other people in whatever way that may be. But they're also very tapped in. They know their worth, and they've reaped this harvest. This is seeds they planted in the past, and they've reaped this harvest because they stood in their power and their confidence. Okay. Then you have the Hermit. So going within, seeking the knowledge within, seeking your own answers, going within and looking at your own internal workings, your own wounds, your own insecurities, your trust issues, your abandonment issues, realizing and knowing that you don't need to be in this depression. You need to go in and study and seek the knowledge. You are the star that is in this lantern. You're not the lantern, you're the star. You belong out there shining. You don't belong captive in something, stuck in something. You belong out there shining, shining your knowledge, shining, your radiance, and shining your wisdom out there, your knowledge and your wisdom out there for others to see, paying it forward. But first you may need to go within and do a little bit of soul searching and do a little bit of studying. And then the Two of Wands. So you have the whole world in your hands. You're able to create whatever it is that you want to create. But in order to create that, you've got to keep your mindset positive. You got to believe in yourself, and you got to go out on this journey. You have a wand here, something in the past that had the potential, it had growth on it, and it did grow. It did grow, it did evolve, but now it doesn't mean the same thing that it used to. It doesn't light you up and light your fire like it used to. And so you're not throwing it down. Like, you've got it here, you've got it stable, it means something to you, it's done something to grow and evolve you and build you. But now they're telling you to get out there and create your world. Stop being stagnant, stop holding yourself back, get out there and go on this journey. It has the potential to grow, but only if you take action. All right, guys, I'm going to take a break. I have Sag, Cap, Aquarius, and Pisces to do yet. What are you doing down there, buddy? Huh? You comfortable? Oh, yes, you're tired. You're going to sleep. Rodolfo, hey, welcome in. I'm taking a break before going on to Sagittarius. And then whoever's here after the readings, I'm going to do a 1-card pull for them. I also did zodiac signs on the shorts, Rodolfo, if you want to check them out. Just messages, couple of messages. Yeah, the energy is revving up a little bit. You know, it's got us restless. We got the full moon too. So a lot of people can't sleep during a full moon. About what? You probably couldn't hear me over the cards. I said, I did some shorts today that has a few messages in it from 2 different decks. It's just messages. And then the full moon's got a lot of people up and antsy. Like it's revving up the energy. A lot of people can't sleep on a full moon. I hope they help you in some way. Yes, and transportation. Oh, speaking of transportation, my stepdad went to the doctor's today, and they told him that he might have to have a muscle sewn back together. They took x-rays. They're supposed to get back to him about it. I guess from when he fell off the porch. He kept trying to get a hold of people, and, you know, we put his appointment all the way off till now. So it's been a year since he's had his surgery. So, Tom Smalls, welcome in. Taking a short break before I go into Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, and then at the end, for whoever's here, they want a 1-card question answered. I'm going to do that for people. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. I know what it's like. I've been tied up on the phone too, dealing with my financial institution the last 2 days, and it's been so stressful. Yeah, transportation. I can understand that. November 30th, Tom Smalls. So you're a Sag. You came in just in time. It's my stepdad's muscle where he had that hip surgery. They took x-rays and told him that he might have to have a muscle sewn back together. Yes, you missed Libra. I'm pulling messages and clarifying them. So If nobody timestamps this, I'll try to go back and timestamp it. Yeah, he's been in a lot of pain. He doesn't let that stop him. He keeps going. So, but sometimes that's not good, you know. Sometimes that's to your own destruction. I know. That's okay. All right. You get a drink. And we're going to go to Sagittarius. Guys, if you're coming in, show some love. Hit the like button, please. Clear old energy. Bring in new energy. What message do you have for Sagittarius? Yeah, I hope he improves. Because, I mean, they're still wanting him to have what? 1, 2, 3, 4 more surgeries? I just don't know. Give me a message for Sagittarius. Give me a message for Sagittarius. My sister's birthday is November 28th. Give me a message for Sagittarius. Thank you. Sagittarius, stop looking outside yourself for the answers. You already know them. So tap into your intuition. What is your gut telling you? What's your heart telling you? You already have the answers you're seeking. Sure, it's starting to get cold in here. Oh, don't go everywhere. Windy as hell outside. I can see the freaking blanket moving they've got over the window here. Dad said he had plastic up over it and had it caulked, but somebody tore it out. Clear old energy, bring in new energy. Oh, Tom, I feel for you there. I know how hard it is to walk away from the past and to still care about them. You know, but, you know, sometimes we got to move away and just hold space for them. You know, wish them love, light, and healing. It's hard. Had to walk away from a lot of people I really cared about. You know, but I had to preserve my own sanity. Clear out energy, bring in new energy. Clarify this message for Sagittarius. Stop looking outside of yourself for the answers. Clarify this for them, please. It was 82 Fahrenheit today. I don't know what it got to today here. I didn't pay attention to the weather, except it's windy as hell. Clarify for Sagittarius. 3 cards, please. Clarify this message for Sagittarius. Stop looking outside yourself. You have the answers. 3 cards. Clarify. Two more. 2 more. No, I'm not taking those. I will take that one. Okay. One more. Thank you. Okay, Sagittarius. So, moving away from something, leaving something behind, getting in your chariot and moving forward, maybe traveling, not for everybody, but for some people, could be moving to, for some people. But either way, getting in the chariot and leaving something behind, something that meant something to you at one time, but it just doesn't inspire you and lift you up the way that it used to. So you're leaving that behind with a chariot. Then you have the Knight of Pentacles. Slow and steady wins the race. Moving forward and allowing an offer to come in, or giving an offer, or maybe a message coming in, slow and steady. But slow and steady wins the race. Like, the hare and the turtle. The hare thought that they won because they impulsively did something, kept taking a bunch of breaks. It reminds me of him taking a bunch of breaks, but taking a bunch of breaks and thinking, well, I'm fast, I've got speed, the turtle's slow, it's going to lose, I've got this race beat. And then, falling asleep and the turtle winning. So it has the potential to grow, but the only way it has the potential to grow is if you plant it. You have to plant it. You can't just sit there and hold the idea, hold the seed. You have to actually plant it. And then it will grow slowly, but watch pot never boils. So plant it and nurture it, feed it, water, give it attention, but don't keep at it to try to get it to grow. It'll grow naturally. And they're telling you, again, have patience, stand in your power, know who the hell you are, stand up for your boundaries and in your beliefs. Don't let people make you second guess yourself. And, don't let people disrespect you and take advantage of you. This is pure intentions. Tapping into your third eye, because you already know. Putting that crown back on your head where it belongs. Get it out of the dirt. Put it back on your head. Dust yourself off. Stand back up. There's your potential to grow. But while you're waiting and you're trying to be patient, keep yourself grounded. You got one foot on land and one foot in the water, so keep yourself grounded. Keep yourself stable. And trust that, God, source, divine is mixing the cups up. They're putting two things together that are opposite, that don't belong together, but they're putting them together. So you got to let them mix them up, mix things up for you, and get the obstacles out of your way. So it's going to require patience. Clear old energy, bring in new energy. What do you want to tell Sagittarius? One message. One message for Sag. Okay. You have commitment. Commitment is an important factor in building a successful relationship. But remember, before we commit to someone else, we have to first commit to ourselves. We have to first commit to what it is that we want and what it is we're going after. Clear old energy, bring in new energy. Clarify this commitment for Sagittarius. Clarify the commitment card for Sag. 3 cards, please. Clarify commitment for Sag. Okay. Okay. All right, so Sag, like I said, you got to commit to yourself first. You got to pour into yourself. You can't give from an empty cup. If your cup's empty, you have nothing to give to someone else. So first you got to love yourself, commit to yourself, pour into yourself, nurture yourself, take care of yourself, so that then everything can be overflowing and you have plenty to give to others. But this is also divine source telling you they're bringing you in a new emotional offer, like something brand new that's going to make you emotional. And this could be commitment to a person, or it could be commitment to a job, like a job or something that's going to bring you in abundance and make your emotions overflow. Then you have the Emperor. So knowing who the fuck you are, standing in your power, standing up for what it is you believe in, not being shaken, not being thrown off balance, not allowing other people to make your mind up for you, making your own mind up, standing in it, and being very powerful and determined. This is also can be the entrepreneur or the businessman, going after what they want, fiery, determined, passionate, not allowing anything to stop them, determined to commit, determined to have what it is that they're looking for. But then you have the Knight of Wands bringing in a message or bringing in an offer, or maybe an in and out, hit it and quit it. So you gotta watch this energy. It has the potential to grow. You also need to wrap it before you tap it if you're not planning on having kids and you're of that age, or you're dealing with someone of that age, because it does have the potential to grow. This is also very indecisive, in and out, not making up their mind. So you need to commit to something. You need to commit to one direction or the other. Commit to staying by yourself and staying single, or commit to moving things forward and committing to something new. You can't have this in and out energy, because then that brings more in and out energy into your life, around your life, in your partnerships, in your relationships, even in, job partnerships. If you have this energy, it reflects out all around you, and it brings more of that energy into you. Just Foodie, hi, welcome in. Clear old energy, bring in new energy. What message do you want for Capricorn? One message for Capricorn. After I get done with these last couple of zodiacs, then I'm going to answer questions, a one card answer. If you want to stick around. And guys, if you're coming in, please hit the like button, show some love. I would really appreciate it, because I'm taking a lot of time and energy out to do these, these free readings. Like, you're not charged for them. It's because I love you all, but, show some love. Anyway, one message for Capricorn. One message for Capricorn. Thank you. Capricorn, you have speak up and speak out. Let your voice be heard loud and clear. So don't hold back. Speak your truth. Get out there and speak your truth. People need to hear it. It helps other people. Clear old energy. Bring in new energy. Clarify this. Speak up and speak loud. No. Speak up and speak out. Clarify it. 3 cards, please, for Capricorn. Speak up and speak out. Clarify this for Capricorn. 3 cards. Okay, thank you. One more. One more. I said one. One. One more. Speak up and speak out. Clarify it with one more card. One more card. Thank you. Okay, Capricorn. Speak up and speak out. Let your voice be heard loud and clear. You have the King of Swords. You have the Nine of Swords. And you have the Fool. So King of Swords, very determined, very, very clear, ready to cut out anything that doesn't serve them, going after what it is that they want, not allowing anything to stop them, setting in their power. Could be a businessman, businesswoman, knowing their worth, but very logical, thinking through things, very logical, you know, things have got to make sense to them. And they need to tap into their heart a little bit more, but there you are. Speak up and speak out, speaking your truth, using your sword to speak out your truth and cut out what no longer serves you. And maybe possibly show others how to cut out what no longer serves them, how to take their power back. You have the Nine of Swords, so in your head overthinking things, and you know, can have a habit of doing that. That is also like Aquarius energy, air energy, overthinking things, you know, anxiety, overwhelm, letting things get to you, maybe gossip and chaos going on around you, repeated patterns, not wanting to see something that's clearly in front of you. You need to take your power back from this. And are you going to let this take over your life? Or are you going to take control of your own life? Take your hands off your face. Whatever it is you don't want to see, there's a reason why you don't want to see it, because you can already intuitively feel it. So take this sword and cut out what no longer serves you and get out there and speak out. You know, instead of keeping all these ideas and all these things in your head, overthinking them, speak out about them. Get out there and speak it. Then you have the Fool, going on the Fool's journey, taking a leap of faith, doing things without knowing the outcome, taking the risk, trusting that God, divine source has you. You're going to be caught when you go off, when you jump off this ledge, they're going to catch you. Everything's going to work out just fine. Getting back into your passion, your fire, being the Fool, you know, taking the risk. Maybe you're afraid that if you take that risk, you're going to look like a fool. Well, I mean, if you do, it doesn't matter, you know, just stay humble. You know, it's okay to be humiliated, but how are you ever going to know if you don't get out there and take that risk? Only take with you the knowledge that you gain for yourself. Don't take the pain and the sadness and the anger and the resentment and all of that with you. You know, lighten your load. But you got to take action. Okay. Clear old energy, bring in new energy. What do you want to tell Capricorn? Give me a message for Capricorn. One message for Capricorn, please. One message for Capricorn. It also requires getting out of your comfort zone, doing something that you've never done before. It will become your new comfort zone, but you got to get out there and do it first. Thank you. You have maze. Even if you feel lost, there's always a way through the maze. So yeah, there's the Fool, not knowing what to do, but taking that leap anyway. Trusting you're going to get through this, and you are going to get through this. You just got to tap into your intuition, and you got to trust yourself, and you got to trust the universe. So clarify maze for Capricorn. Clear old energy, bring in new energy. Clarify maze for Capricorn. 3 cards. Clarifying maze for Capricorn. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you. Okay, Capricorn. So maze. Even if you feel lost, there's always a way through the maze. Look, you're in the dark. You know, going within the cave. You're seeking the knowledge. You want to know how to get out of this, how to move through this. You are the star. So shine your light. Go within and study. Study yourself. Study how you feel inside. And that will tell you how to go, what direction to go. You know, get in tune. Get in tune with divine source. Study where you have your insecurities, your trust issues, your abandonment issues, your issues with authority. But know that you're not meant to be in that lantern. You're meant to be out there shining. And the Hermit's very wise. They've gained a lot of knowledge. So then you have the 9 of Wands. So you're wounded. You've been through some battles. You know, you've won some, you've lost some. But you're very wounded. Excuse me. You're very guarded. And you're healing. You're working on healing. You're taking time out to heal. But you're guarded. You need to open yourself back up. You need to go on that journey. Like it says, the fool's journey. You need to go out on that journey. You need to light your fire, light your spark, you know, light your passion, your creativity back up. You are God's warrior. That's why you're on the front line. You know, you're not weak. You're very strong. And he sees that. Not only do you have trust and faith in him, but he has trust and faith in you. So get out there and go on this journey. You don't need to protect anything anymore. You don't need to protect yourself anymore. You just need to tap into your intuition and your fun and your joy and your playfulness and go out there and have fun. Take a risk. King of Wands. Look, fiery, passionate. There's that wand. It has the potential to grow into the king. But you got to get out there first. You got to take that leap. Very fiery, very passionate. You know, good ideas, brand new things growing. Has the potential to really, really grow. And as long as you stand in your power, you don't allow things or people to shake you and get you off balance or make you not trust yourself. And you stay fiery and determined and you keep going after what it is that you want. And you don't let obstacles and people and things get in your way. Could also be a business person, you know, entrepreneur, or you could run your own company, or you could, you know, work for a company. Aquarius. Clear old energy, bring in new energy. What do you want to tell Aquarius? Give me a message for Aquarius. Give me a message for Aquarius. That's 2. I need 1. No, I need 1. 1 message for Aquarius. Get to Aquarius. That's the only one these have tried to throw out more than 1 message on. 1 message for Aquarius. Just 1. All right, Aquarius. Trust yourself always. Trust others once they've earned it. You may have something to do with the Leo, because the Leo also had this message. Clear old energy, bring in new energy. What do you want to tell Aquarius? Clarify this, trust yourself always. Clarify this, trust yourself always. You might want to look at the Leo messages. It might have something in it that makes sense to you. Or maybe you're dealing with a Leo or the Leo energy. Clarify, trust yourself always for Aquarius. 3 cards. Trust yourself always for Aquarius. Clarify it, please. Thank you. Give me 2 more. 2 more. Thank you. 1 more. 1 more. Didn't flip. 1 more. Thank you. Okay. All right. So Aquarius, what I see right away is you have 2 5s. That's change. You know, that has something to do with change. And then you have an 8. So you might want to, not 2 5s, 2 conflict cards. I mean, not 2 5s. Sorry. But that's still, you know, it's still leading up to change. You might want to look up the number 785, the spiritual meaning of that. That might have something to do with it. But at the beginning of this, you have a confliction, and then at the end, you have a confliction. This confliction has to do something with you, something you're working on. So, in the past, you've had liar, cheater, thieves come around and, you know, take advantage of you, take advantage of your heart, take advantage of the things that you were building. You've helped them build. Now you are leaving this place behind, and you know you're leaving 2 swords behind, something that might have meant something to you in the past but no longer serves you, no longer serves your higher purpose, your higher goals, your higher self. And you're leaving. You may not even be saying goodbye, you may just be leaving, but you're carrying some of the swords with you still. You still have 5. You have the 3 for the heartbreak over here, and then you have 2 here for the indecision. And you need to take one of these and cut out what it is that doesn't serve you. But you're planning, plotting, and strategizing your way forward. And Divine is saying to trust yourself in this. You know, you were where you were supposed to be. You're always at the right place at the right time. But now it's time for you to move on. It's time for you to go on a new journey. And you're going to take some of this with you. But use it to inspire you. Use the ideas to inspire you. You know, you're already through these 2 ideas. You still have 5 more that you can use to move forward with. But this is a time of planning, plotting, strategizing right now, not taking any action, just moving away from old things into new things. And then you have the 8 of Pentacles. So something you're working on, something you're building, something you're perfecting. God's Source Divine is telling you it doesn't need to be perfect. You just need to get it out there. It does have the potential to build like you want it to. But in order to build it, you got to get it out there. You got to plant these seeds. You got to plant these ideas. And then you have the 5 of Wands. So this might bring about some conflict. You know, might make some people jealous and envious. They might want to battle you. You might have competition. That you might also get in your head and overthink things and, you know, combat yourself backwards and forwards about what you should do or what you want to do. But they're telling you, you're standing here with this wand, you know, by yourself. You're not over here beating each other up the head, side the head over here. You're standing here with this one wand. This is your victory. going on this journey and taking a chance, and you will have victory because you're standing alone with the victory stick and the passion and the fire and the creativity. So don't engage with this chaos and this drama. If there is chaos and drama around you, don't engage with it. Just keep doing you and keep doing what it is you need to do for yourself and go on this journey. Trust yourself before you trust anyone else. People are going to have opinions. They're going to have thoughts. They're going to have ideas. They're going to try to shove their own beliefs down your throat. But God's source divine is saying to trust yourself. You already know. Clear old energy. Bring in new energy. Give me a message for Aquarius. Give me a message for Aquarius. One message for Aquarius, please. One message for Aquarius. That's two. They're meant to come back out. They will. For a minute there, I thought there was one, but there's two. Message for Aquarius, please. That was telepathy and emotion, by the way. But message for Aquarius. One message, please. Connection. Okay? Your connection is eternal and unbreakable. So you have an unbreakable connection with someone, possible a soul family, a soul partner. That connection is always there. It never goes away. So you've not missed anything or lost anything. An opportunity that is for you will always be for you. Nothing can take it from you. It can only delay it. But there is a connection there that is undeniable. And you're going to know it when it comes in. You need to trust yourself on this. Even if, even if you've had toxic connections in the past, it was still part of your life. It was still a part of your destiny. It still meant something. It still had something to do with you, and it is still connected to you. Just how do you allow it to connect to you? Do you allow the trauma in, or do you understand what the connection was about? Clear old energy, bring in new energy. Clarify this connection card for Aquarius. Clarify this connection card for Aquarius. Three cards. Clarify the connection card for Aquarius. Thank you. That makes sense. Okay. So Aquarius, like I said, three swords in the heart. You have the Three of Swords. Then you have the indecision. The from the 3 to the 2. And then you have the Knight, bringing in the truth, bringing in a message, a truthful message, something you may have to cut out. Or this could be an epiphany moment that comes in quick out of nowhere. Either way, Three of Swords, backstab, betrayed, left for dead, mistreated, neglected, ghosted, manipulated, gaslighted, and it's abuse. But like I said, this connection, it was meant to be there. It was meant to be there because yes, this was trauma. Yes, this is dark night of the soul. Yes, this took you down, but it also grew you. You are healing from this, even if you don't feel like you are. You are healing from this. This connection was something that was important in your life. It helped in some way, shape, or form. Give it time and ask God, Source Divine, to, hold space for them to show you what this connection was about and why you had to go through this. And it's not meant to hurt you. It's meant to help you. But make your own decision on it right now. Like, give your own ideas to it, like your own description of why you think it happened, and then hold space for God, divine source, to show you, to put the puzzle piece together. Then you have indecision. So you're going back and forth on something. There's something that's still in your head, something is still playing in your mind. You can't see. You're stuck. You got your arms crossed, you're blocked, you got your heart blocked. They're saying open it back up. Yes, you got your heart broke, but it is healing. Open it back up. You cannot protect it. That's an illusion. People still get in, things still get in, ideas still get in, so don't worry so much about being right or wrong. Just choose a direction and go. You're going to learn something from either direction that you go. Unblock your heart because you're blocking your blessings. Allow your blessings in. And if you have to, don't choose either. Go your own way. Take a different direction. This might be a past person. This might be a future person. Doesn't have to be a person. Or this could be going on it, the journey on your own, staying single and just doing it on your own. But either way, this is stuck in fear, stuck in stagnant. You're stuck in fear. You're overthinking things. Feel what it feels in your heart. Which direction does your heart tell you to go into? What direction does your intuition and your gut tell you to go into? Does it tell you to go this way? Does it tell you to go this way? Or does it tell you to go on your own path? Choose neither. Either way, there's some kind of message coming in. It's coming in fast. It's coming in quicker than you think it's going to. And it's going to give you this light bulb moment. And you are going to take this sword and cut out whatever it is that doesn't serve you. And it is going to bring you clarity where you couldn't see, where you were in the dark here. It is going to bring you some sort of clarity where you can get out of the stagnant energy and make a decision. Last but not least, my Pisces. Clear out energy, bring in new energy. What do you want to tell Pisces? What message do you want to give Pisces? Guys, if you're coming in, please hit the like button. Show me some love. Show some love to the channel. We have very loving, caring people on here that are willing to, talk to people, help people out, lend assistance. This is a pretty awesome channel, pretty awesome people on this channel. And I love my peeps. I do this for my peeps. So, Pisces. Give me a message for Pisces. One message, please. One message for Pisces. Okay. One started to flip and then it changed. Give your inner critic a vacation day. Be kind to yourself. So were you ever criticizing yourself there, Pisces? They're telling you to give it a vacation. Be kind to yourself. Don't overthink things. Don't beat yourself up. Things that happened in the past happened for you, not to you. And you are a part of that destiny. You are a part of that journey. So give your inner critic a vacation today. We criticize ourselves far more than anybody else could ever criticize us. Clear out energy, bring in new energy. Clarify this for Pisces. Give your inner critic a vacation day. Clarify it. 3 cards, please, for Pisces. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Okay. All right, so Pisces, give your inner critic a vacation day. Be kind to yourself. You have a Hierophant, Justice, and the Devil, all major arcana. So, Hierophant, you've already learned all the lessons that you needed to learn. You have 3 levels on here. You've been the apprentice, you've been the scholar, and now you've mastered it. You don't have to go back and repeat it. You're intuitive, you're very powerful, you're very tapped in. This also could be, something to do with court or lawyer or somebody of authority, standing in their power, not allowing anything to shake them, doing what's fair and just for everyone. There are blessings that he's holding up, so you do have blessings coming in. You also have people watching you, like you're advising people, or there's going to be someone advising you or advising other people in your party. Could be, businessman, business owner too, but very tapped in. Having the keys to the kingdom, having the keys to release yourself from whatever it is that's been holding you back, and maybe being given a key. You could be given a key for something, house, car, keys to your future. But you got to stop criticizing yourself. You have justice. So there are the robes again. This could be a court matter, could be a lawyer, could have something to do with that. Doesn't have to. This could also be God's source divine giving you justice, spiritually giving you justice, equal and balanced, all parties being treated equally and fairly, using the sword to speak your truth, get clarity, and cut out what no longer serves you, making sure things that are equal give and take and equal balance, equal fairness. Being the king of your kingdom too. Opening up your heart chakra, allowing your heart chakra to open, allowing yourself to be vulnerable while still standing in your power. Then you have the devil. So this is where you are over criticizing yourself, putting yourself down, may have put yourself in a contract that was binding, that you're wanting out of, may have, I don't know, this could have something to do with jail too. They're binded by chains, it doesn't have to, but it could be. Also ball and chain. I heard ball and chain. Maybe husband and wife, maybe the marriage isn't going the way that it needs to, and you're over criticizing yourself, but they're saying justice is coming in and it is going to be in your favor. It is going to be what's fair and just for everyone involved. It doesn't have to be that, but devil energy, over criticizing yourself, putting yourself down, talking negative to yourself, and instead of seeing that this has grown you, it has evolved you, you've learned a lot from it. This was a trauma-based connection too. It had a lot of trauma wounds and stuff in it. It was trauma bond. So reflecting back to each other in each other's mirror what it is that you need to work on in yourselves. So this was very toxic. Could have been a very toxic contract, but it was, you're not supposed to beat yourself up. It was brought in to show you where you need to work on in yourself, where they need to work on and what they need to work on in themselves, and try to compromise and get on the same page. But sometimes, unfortunately, not everyone's on the same page. Some will grow and evolve and learn and want the knowledge and want to evolve and grow, and some will just want to stay stuck, like they just don't want to make no changes. It's not their fault, they didn't do it, but by not working on their own issues, they're allowing themselves to stay down here while you or them, take it how it resonates, are growing and evolving and learning from your wounds and your past traumas. So they're being left behind because they're determined that they didn't do anything wrong. Even if you haven't done anything wrong, you still need to grow and evolve and work on yourselves. We all have something to work on. I don't care who you are. You're never going to be all the way healed. And we're going to be working on that to the day we die. And I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm saying, there's always something you can work on. And, you could be over the hump of it and over the most of it, But then there's still the journey of healing all of that, like not having those traumas and those wounds, and knowing your worth, but you still have got to work on healing that heart, and growing and evolving, and seeing, where things might come back up every now and then, and you need to just look at it and look inside yourselves and see why it's happening. And I don't know why I put that in the deck, but okay, doesn't matter because we're done with it anyway. Maybe because you want to hide it away, maybe you don't want to face it, you just want to put it away. Clarity. Take a moment to think about your situation, to figure it out. So there's something you need to get clarity over, something you're not sure about. Maybe since I put those away, because everything happens in a reading that is meant to happen, and I haven't done that with anybody else, maybe there's something hidden that you need to see, that you need to get clarity over. But the sun will come out and it will shine on it, and it will give you the clarity that you need. Oh my goodness, it is hot. Oh. Stay. Okay. Clear old energy, bring in new energy. Clarify this clarity card for Pisces. Clarify the clarity card for Pisces. Three cards. Clarify the clarity cards for Pisces. Okay. All right. Okay, Pisces. You have the Knight of Wands, the Three of Cups, and the Four of Pentacles. So the Knight of Wands, in and out, indecisive, not making a decision, very fiery and determined and going after what it is they want, but then getting shaky and being back and forth, being indecisive. This could be your hit it and quit it, So if you are going to do anything and be intimate, make sure you wrap it before you tap it, because it has the potential to grow something if that's not what you want. But, because this could be your player. But mostly I see this as someone who is maybe a little scared, maybe a little afraid of, settling down, a commitment. And so they're not sure of what choice to make, what's the right choice. In and out a lot, not knowing whether to go forward or to hold back. With the Three of Cups, they're wanting a celebration, they're wanting clarity and a celebration, and go out and have fun, enjoy events and get-togethers. But also, this could be a third party. A third party could have came in, and it could have caused you to be indecisive. Maybe someone came into your relationship and hit it and quit it and left a bunch of damage and destruction behind. That's very possible. And you need clarity over that situation on what to do, whether to stay, whether to go, whether to try to rebuild, or just to let it all go. Because you're sitting here and you're holding back your value, you're holding back your worth, you're holding back your time and your energy, because I feel like something has happened and it's left you unclear, it's left you in the dark, you don't know what to do. Maybe you want to save this, but maybe, you're feeling like maybe there isn't any saving of this. So take a moment to really figure it out. Don't be indecisive. Make a decision and stick with it. Don't live in fear. I mean, yes, it could happen again, but you also know the signs, the red flags, the signs. You've been there. You have the t-shirt, the ribbon, the award, all of that. You know what I mean? You got the damn trophy sitting up on your shelf. So, they're saying not to block yourself off from your blessings. Don't hold back too much, because that energy will actually play out in your relationships, your partnerships, whatever it is. And they will feel that energy, and then maybe feel like you're a player because you're holding back something because you're afraid that you're not going to get that celebration. But that energy, your partner can feel that energy of you holding back, whether you're holding back secrets of a third party or they are, or it's just holding back the energy, holding back out of fear. So make sure you're clear before you make this decision, but then make the decision. Don't be in and out about it. And energy can also play out in your partnerships, the in and out energy. So that was Pisces reading. So I hope that those messages helped you guys. Hope it gave you a deeper dive and maybe figuring some things out, looking at some things in a different perspective. Clear old energy, bring in new energy, please. Nose is itching, so that's telling me I'm right on track. Clear old energy, bring in new energy. All right, so who is still here that wants to ask a question? Anybody here that still wants to ask the question? Clear old energy, bring in new energy, please. Rodolfo, you want to ask a question? Okay, what's your question, Rodolfo? Rodolfo, do you have a specific question or what are you wanting? Okay, what do you want to tell Rodolfo about getting his house cleared out? Lots of repairs. What do you want to tell Rodolfo? Clear old energy, bring in new energy. Give me an answer. Give me one card answer for Rodolfo for his question about will his house ever get done? Lots of repairs. What do you want to tell him? Give me one card. Thank you. Was this supposed to be in the reverse? No. Okay, Rodolfo. There is help, but you're not seeing it. You're not looking at it because you're so busy looking at all the opportunities and all the things from the past that didn't work out. You may have tried to do this before. Maybe you've tried to get help and they haven't helped you. You don't have the taste for that wine anymore. Like you're not even trying anymore to get people to help you to come in and do what it is that you need. But divine source is telling you to pull yourself out of this depression, pull yourself out of this sadness, this regret for whatever didn't work out, and turn around Because if you turn around, there are 2 full cups behind you. There are 2 offers behind you, some other people that can help you. But you're not going to have the epiphany moment until you turn around and you see that. You also need to tap in with spirit and put out there that you want the help, you need the help, to show you how to get this done. You know, they can't mess with your free will. So they can't do anything unless you ask for help. You have to actually ask. But they do have 2 offers, 2 ideas back here, 2 things that might make you a little emotional back here. If you just turn around, you can bridge the gap between what it is that you want and having it done, you know. And here's the house, you know, taking care of the house, moving across the bridge to the house to get the house restored and the house fixed. But in order to do that, you got to have a different perception. You got to turn around. You're missing something that's right in front of you. See, you're putting fear out there. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because if you put fear out there that you're going to run out of it and you're going to die, you know, broke, which, I mean, you can't take it with you anyway, so I don't know why you're worried about dying broke. But if you put that fear out there and you put that energy out there, that's what you're going to call into yourself. And then you are going to have regrets. There is another way to do it. You just got to tap in. You got to stop feeling regretful and scared and fearful and all of that. You've got to tap in with God's source divine, whatever it is you believe in. You need to ask them for guidance, ask them for help, ask them to show you the way, and then trust that that way is going to be shown to you, because you already have 2 offers that you're not even looking at. You're welcome. There's another way to do it. You may need to reach out to community. You know what I mean? You may have to swallow your pride and ask for help. But there is help there. There is opportunities there. But they're not going to show themselves as long as you're sitting in regret and believing that you can't have it, that it won't happen. And you know I love you. And you know I'm right about what I'm saying. You've been watching me long enough to know, you know, I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear. But it's coming from a heartfelt place. Because I care about my people. I'm not perfect. I get in those vibes too. I got to remind myself. I got to be my own cheerleader. Yeah, there are other opportunities. There are other ways. You gotta get out of that energy in order to call forth the energy of what it is that you want. You have to get on that vibration. You have to match the energy that you're wanting. Anybody else want a reading? Anybody else here want a reading? They're free, guys. I don't offer them very often because I know my worth. I know my value. I know what I deserve. I know I'm a very good reader, and I know I don't bullshit people and take advantage of people. So, you know, this is my way of giving back for all that you guys have done, because I can't do this without you guys. Like, you guys are my team. I'm collaborating with you guys. You guys are my team. Your maybe I was channeling him. You never know. I've been known to do that. I've had people come to me and tell me, that's what my dead father used to tell me, or you know what I'm saying? So I may have been channeling. Yeah. But it's not me. You know what I mean? I don't need the credit. Give the credit where the credit is due.